to launch its own ETFs is a huge endorsement.
If I counted the top 10 banks in the United States, 8 of them are actually engaged in crypto lending.
In crypto, we want to be dominant.
500 to 750,000 Bitcoin.
While all eyes are currently on the Middle East and some crypto bros in Dubai are suddenly keeping a lower profile, something big is happening behind the scenes with Bitcoin. Over the last 12 months, 8 out of the 10 largest U.S. banks have shifted their stance, moving from anti-Bitcoin to pro-Bitcoin.
What we've seen is BNY Mellon, PNC Bank, Citibank, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Vanguard, all of these have flipped from a hostile, negative, or skeptical view to a positive view in the last 12 months. If I counted the top 10 banks in the United States, 8 of them are actually engaged in crypto lending, and they've all flipped their stance in the last 6 months.
One of them is Morgan Stanley, which has now become one of the first major U.S. banks to launch an actual Bitcoin ETF.
I think that Morgan Stanley, being the first big U.S. bank to take this step to file to launch its own ETFs, is a huge endorsement. So we've started to see this comeback of institutional cash just in the first few trading days of the year. Finally, the surge in spot Bitcoin ETFs, which were net outflows for the last few months of 2025. And what this really signals is that Morgan Stanley, for one, has been the most progressive. They put out their 15,000 FAs pitching spot Bitcoin ETFs back in August 2024 when it was a much less popular trade. And now you're seeing BlackRock's IBIT accounting for the vast majority of the cash that's parked in those spot Bitcoin ETFs. And if I'm Morgan Stanley, I'm thinking, why not offer it myself? And they're also, through their brokerage, E-Trade, going to let customers directly trade and hold the assets themselves as well.
This development could also support a statement made by Donald Trump, who said that the United States wants to dominate the crypto sector.
Which is very important. In crypto, we want to be dominant. We want to be dominant in everything we do.
And it's not just the Burj Al Arab that's smoking. The minds in the U.S. Senate are heating up as well. Lawmakers are currently working intensively on finalizing the Clarity Act, a bill aimed at bringing clearer regulation to the crypto industry. Recently, U.S. Congressman French Hill, chairman of the House Financial Services Committee, also commented on the matter.
Well, I want to thank the president and his top AI crypto advisors, David Sachs, Patrick Witt, for engaging over in the Senate and trying to find a legislative solution for them. You know, we did that last year in the House. We got 78 Democrats to join the Republicans, and we passed the Clarity Act and the Genius Act with substantial margins, bipartisan. And in those bills, we had the two principles. One, that stablecoins would not pay a yield. Why? Because we view it as just a new payment token to be used on a blockchain. It's not meant to be a bank. It's not meant to be something that it's not. And so on a bicameral, bipartisan basis, that's been in the Genius Act. So the Genius Act does not say that you can pay a yield on a dollar-backed stablecoin, whether you're issued by a bank or issued by a non-bank. So this issue of rewards comes up. And my best advice is that that's handled in the rulemaking by the Treasury, where bank and non-bank issuers of a dollar-backed stablecoin are treated identically when it comes to sales practices, marketing strategies, in terms of does one have an advantage over the other? Because banks certainly have packaged products and provided incentives in their own business. So I think the non-bank dollar-backed stablecoin issuers and their partners and exchanges, they want to have a similar ability to package products, not unlike the banks. I think we can find a solution here. Well, then the dollar-backed stablecoins are simply backed by those FDIC-insured deposits or U.S. Treasuries as their backstop. And that's why I say the whole purpose of this was to create a dollar-backed payment stablecoin as a token to be used in payments on a blockchain. It wasn't per se to create a whole new financial device beyond that, and it to be used by both fintech companies as well as banks. Here's my view, Maria. We need sales practice on a level playing field. And secondly, I think when banks tokenize deposits, some of this issue will go away.
To wrap things up, let's take a look at a bold price prediction from crypto millionaire Arthur Hayes. According to Hayes, Bitcoin could reach prices of up to $700,000 next year. But take a look at his statement yourself.
I'm sticking with it. I think I said $250,000 Bitcoin, and I am going to stick with that until December 31st, 11:59.
Pardon me. I tried to make it a little better for you there, Arthur. I tried to say it was 200,000, knock 50 grand off, but you're sticking with the 250. By the end of 2026, what do you think?
I think we're be 500 to 750,000 Bitcoin. I think 2026 and 2027. This is the meat of the money printing. The Trump administration is going to do what they know how to do best. What every government knows how to do best. When in doubt, print the money. If the people are unhappy, print the money and hand them a goodie. And they're going to show up at the polls and hopefully vote for you.
What do you think about this prediction? Feel free to share your own Bitcoin price prediction in the comments below. And as always, we'll see you in the next video.